My mom is a great woman, that's all I have to say. She's the most caring person you'll ever know.
The daughter of Arnold Schwarzenegger's former mistress/housekeeper is just trying to protect her mom. That poor girl has been hurt by all this. Now another woman may help take some of the heat off of the housekeeper/mistress and take some of the heat off Arnold? Maybe not. Gigi Goyette has come forward. She is alleged mistress number 2. She says she was just 16 years old when she first hooked up with Arnold back in the 70s and then reunited with him after he got married to Maria Shriver. I want to go straight out to Jen Berman, a psychotherapist, to talk about this burgeoning scandal. There are those, even conservative mainstream media, when I say conservative, I mean more mainstream media like Newsweek, suggesting that this is just the tip of the iceberg, that this could be another Tiger incident where you're going to have more women coming forward. And this is a prediction by Newsweek. I have no independent confirmation of it, but we've been hearing a lot of that. Dr. Jen, should Arnold take a page from Tiger and perhaps Jesse James and do the old check into rehab, presumably for sex addiction?
Well, I mean, I think in terms of PR, checking to rehab, it might or might not help him. I think the American public is very wise, and I think that we're kind of tired of that being the way that it is handled, and we're not buying it. I completely agree with Newsweek. I put a lot of money on that bet. I think this is the tip of the iceberg because this is not an individual incident. This is a pattern of behavior, and I think that that pattern is about to be unveiled, and I agree. We're going to see a whole lot more coming up.
Well, let's talk about my big issue, though. Is this Tiger 2.0? Or is it Tiger 2.0 no? 2 years ago, we were tallying the golf superstar's ever-growing list of alleged mistresses. One of them hired Gloria Allred. At one point, there were so many women linked to Tiger, we couldn't keep track of them all. I think it was 11 to 13 alleged mistresses. So I'm wondering, is that where this Arnold scandal is headed? And who better to address that question than Rob Shooter, naughty but nice columnist for Pop Eater.
Yeah, I think this is going to be huge. I think my advice for Arnold here would be to get it all over with now. Come forward, admit the truth. Do not have a dripping tap of every week, one woman after another after another. That happened to Tiger and really killed him. Come forward now, Arnold, and tell us the truth. Put it all on the table.
And like Tiger, this is starting to affect Arnold's career. He has dropped out, or they have put all of his projects on ice. The Governator, which was going to be a cartoon about the governor. Lisa Bloom, can you imagine possibly doing that cartoon now? No, that's been put on hold. His movie Cry Macho, where there's eerie similarities to this particular case in the storyline, that one is on ice. So this is starting to affect his supposed comeback. And why a 63-year-old man needs a comeback after being governor, I don't even know. That's sort of a subject for analysis, too, Lisa.
Yeah, maybe the comic book would be the Sperminator. I don't know. Listen, here's what he's got to do. He's got to completely come clean, get it all out in an interview, in a press conference. Don't let it come out in drips and drabs. It'll be the story for a couple of days, and then it will die out because there will be nothing new to report. Otherwise, going into rehab, come on, please. Isn't there something better? It's called just coming clean and being honest with your family and with the public. And by the way, have a relationship with your son. Have a relationship with all the children that you fathered. Is that so much to ask?
Yes, I can't even imagine how this has impacted this 13-year-old boy, Dr. Jen, who we don't know whether he always knew he was Arnold's son. People say that he is the spitting image of Arnold, the jaw, the whole thing, that it's... Here's the mom, the housekeeper, Patty Baena, and obviously we're not showing the photos of the son. We're protecting his identity. He's a minor. But those who have seen the photos say he is absolutely the spitting image of Arnold. There he is with his face blurred. How is this impacting him, whether he had to keep the secret or whether he was totally in the dark and suddenly got to find out possibly through the news media, Dr. Jen?
Well, we know at the very least that this child there was a period of time where this was kept publicly a secret, whether he knew or not. And that shame, to know that you were conceived and to be kept secret like that, creates a tremendous amount of shame in the psyche of a child. And well, yes, of course, there is the cachet of, oh, I'm related to a celebrity, how cool. That cachet wears off very, very quickly in the psyche of a young child who was deprived a father.